Relationship to Relation with Maria Romano, discussing the consequences about carelessly entering a relationship. Are you one of those people that keeps jumping from one relationship to another? Listen to Maria as she talks about the possible reasons why people can't have a hard time staying in one relationship.
It's Maria Romano here from True Love Knots. It's Monday night, right? And let's talk about, first of all, the week. How has your week been going for you? Has it been a good week? Let me know. Put it in the chat button. Let me know how you're doing. How is your dating life? Oh my God, my bangs are in my way, but that's okay. How's your dating life doing? Are you getting out there? Are you having fun? You feel a little bit more comfortable about what's going on in the world? So just kind of let me know where you're at, how you're doing. And so tonight, the topic is jumping from the frying pan into the fire. Okay, how many of you are guilty of that? Raise your hand, let me know. Because one of the things is let me share with you, we've all been following what happened with Jennifer Lopez and A-Rod. We were surprised, well, we weren't sort of surprised. We knew that there was some issues going on. And they had called off their engagement. They were working things out. And then all of a sudden, boom, they split. And now she's with Ben. So we have Bennifer going on. Like, what? What's going on? But when you look at the history of Jennifer Lopez, she does go from relationship to relationship. And this could be a pattern of hers because she needs to feel loved. Who knows, whatever the issue is. But that's what happens. There are men and women that need to move from relationship to relationship. They can't be by themselves. And I think that's just a very interesting analogy about some people, because I'll share this with you. When I lost my husband over 9 years ago, I had several people that came up to me and looked at my ring finger and said, this is about a year or two later, I expected you to be married. Boom, they were surprised because I haven't remarried. I've been in a few relationships, yes, nothing now. But the point is I've been taking my time. And I think it's important now. 9 years, yes, is a long time. I'm not going to argue with that. But the point is it does take a bit of time to be able to heal your wounds. Think about the past relationship, what worked and didn't work. But before we get into that, let's talk about why people do this. And people do this for several reasons. And it really goes back to that attachment style. And I know I spoke about this is in one of my other podcasts and one of my Monday nights, where there's 4 different attachment styles. And it just boils down to someone that has a very anxious attachment style. It could be that their mom or whomever was, their guardian left them and they felt like they were never going to come back, or maybe they were abandoned. Whatever the situation is, it boils down to your attachment style and the type of childhood you had. Now, that doesn't mean you have to wear that on your shoulders to the rest of your life. Absolutely not. I mean, I come from a divorced family. My father left my mother at an early age. And I have to tell you, I've never been one to jump from relationship to relationship. So I don't think it means, but there are people that it really does go back to their roots about what happened to them when they were young. And you just don't want what happened to you as a child really spill into your personal life and your relationships. And it does. And that's why I always recommend to seek out some therapy. Seek out therapy because that's very important to do that. But okay, so anyway, in the meantime, hi, Joey. I see you there too. I see my friends out there. If you're out there, let me know. Let me know that you are watching. Let's see. Oh, just let me know what's going on. Wave to me, you guys. I know we're live right now. We should be, the connection should be good. Okay. Anyway, so sorry about that. I forgot to add my Instagram to this. Sorry, Instagram people. Didn't mean to do that. So we're talking about jumping from the frying pan into the fryer, and why people move from relationship to relationship, and just bringing my IG followers up to snuff. And as to why, like, look at Jennifer Lopez now with Ben Affleck. And when you look at her history, she does move from relationship to relationship. And she's gorgeous. And this woman has everything. But, that's not always the case. It boils down to, we all have some insecurities. We all want to be loved, and everybody wants to be loved. We need love. Love is a very important part of life. As a matter of fact, love is just as important as food, water, and shelter. It is a necessity. It's a necessity. And that's why people die, because of the lack of love. And there have been studies and cases on that. As a matter of fact, Dr. John Bowlby, who talked about love and children that were dying because of the lack of love in their life, and also the attachment styles. So if you really want to learn a little bit more about yourself, pick up some books on attachment style. So let's get back to the topic on hand of why people do this. And people do this because, based upon, yes, it could be their past relationships, their history when they were a child, but don't carry that with you into your adult life. That's important to recognize. Am I the type of person? Do I have to have somebody in my life all the time? Because you do need time. You do need time to recoup, to understand what happened in the relationship. And if you're the type of person that you have to have somebody in the wings, why? That's not fair to the other person, or the person that you might have just, dissolved that relationship. You need to give yourself a chance to heal from it, and also to see what happened in that relationship. What made you attracted to that last individual? What attracted you? Think about that. And then tell yourself also, what happened that all of a sudden the relationship went has awry. I mean, were you in this relationship because it was a BTN, and that's a term that's used, better than nothing? Were you in that relationship because of that? So if my phone keeps moving around, you IG followers, I'm using this new tool called Gimbo, and it's great. But the thing is, when I move my hands, it also moves around. So I'm going to try to refrain from using my hands, so it'll just stay in one place. So anyway, my point is that you need to look and see what happened. Were you in the relationship? Were you just in it because you wanted somebody in your life that was better than nothing? That's not fair. That's not fair to the person you're with and to yourself. Because if you're just settling until you find someone better, shame on you. Don't toy with somebody else's emotions. That other person can wind up being totally in love with you. So don't do that. Don't do that. I've had people tell me, I've had relationship where people have said to me, "Hey, Maria, I think you're great, but you're just not for me." And I'm glad they were able to kind of tell me, okay, to end it, even though I might have been a little crushed, but rather than just string me along because I was maybe their BTM better than nothing. It hurts. I'm not going to say it doesn't. But you know what? Every relationship sets you up for your next relationship that you're getting closer to, that's going to be the one for you. The one for you, that where you're going to live happily ever after. Now, I heard a great saying. You're just one relationship away from your life changing. One relationship away from your life changing. So don't ever forget that. So think about why you might be jumping from the frying pan into the fire. Maybe you have a friend that's like that, or maybe it's you. Are you guilty of that? Because you need to have companionship. Again, you want to have the right person in your life, not the wrong person, the right person. So don't hang on to somebody just because there isn't anyone else out there. And then when you find someone else and you turn around and you dissolve the past relationship, you're playing with somebody's feelings. So that's the first thing. Don't just settle for that. And then let's say you're the type, okay, you did meet somebody else, or somebody came back into your life that was a past relationship, and now you want to give it a go and you're breaking off your last relationship. You need to think about why you broke off that last relationship. What didn't work, and why is it going to work again all of a sudden? So that's something else to think about as well, too. So don't just flip because maybe you have an old flame that came out of the woodworks. That happens a lot. Sometimes old flames like to, come back into our lives and stir the pot and stir our relationships. You should have your feet on the ground, firmly on the ground. And that's very important to do that. Having your feet on the ground when you're in a relationship. And if you're getting ready to leave a relationship and you're looking for someone else, take a pause. Take a pause and examine where you're at and examine why the relationship wasn't going to work, why you're looking for a new one, and make sure that when you go forward and you start a new relationship, that you know exactly what you're looking for and don't settle. And that's what happens. Sometimes we settle. And that's why we move from relationship to relationship, because we're not giving ourselves a chance to take a breath and figure out what we really want and what's very important to us. Okay. And then also give yourself a chance to have your emotions heal. Even though you might think, oh, I'm over that person, it's okay. You know what? We're in a relationship with somebody. It takes time to heal. So don't start running out there or putting yourself online right away when you've left one relationship and jumping into another, because you are jumping them from the frying pan into the fire and you're going to get burnt. But if you take your time and you stop and smell the roses and you look at why that relationship didn't work out, what you could do differently, and try not to repeat that pattern, you won't get burnt. And you'll be on the path to finding that perfect person for you. So I hope this was some good, valuable information for you tonight. As you know, every Monday night, I bring you dating information. And on Wednesdays, I'm going to bring you wedding information. Now, for those of you that don't know, in my day job, I'm a licensed minister. And I have been performing weddings for well over 11 years. And I created a course on how to become a wedding officiant. So if this is something you're interested in, just check out my website, DM me, let me know. It's a great, great profession, where you can maybe go and meet people. You meet people all over Las Vegas, but this particular course is not just for Las Vegas. It's for anybody that lives in the US, Canada, and Mexico. And, it's a great gig because I have an opportunity to perform wedding ceremonies on helicopters, hot air balloons, out Lake Mead, on yachts or small boats, I should say, over at the High Roller. So this can be a great, great profession for you. It's something where you really feel like you're making a difference in your life, you're impacting other people's lives, and you're getting paid. I mean, what a great profession. So if you're interested in that, let me know. On Wednesdays, I'll be bringing you Wedding Wednesday and Monday nights with Maria as far as dating. And then look for my podcast, because everything I am recording is being put out in podcasts. And what I love about podcasts, and actually since the whole pandemic hit, I stopped listening to radio. I started listening to podcasts, and all I'm doing is enhancing my mind and, nourishing my soul. So in the meantime, everyone, it's Monday, June 7th. Gosh, it's June already. Half the year is almost gone. But you know what? You want to make 2021 the best year ever. So say to yourself, 2021 is going to be the best year ever for me. Write that down. Embed that in your mind. Put Post-its around the house. 2021 might be the year that you meet that love of your life. That's right. Set your intentions. 2021 might be the year where you make the most money. 2021 might be the year where you take that great vacation with the person you love. But write down 2021 is going to be the best year ever for me, and I guarantee it will. So in the meantime, everybody, continue to stay safe, stay healthy, and always remember, spread love. Have a great night, everyone, and thank you.